Welcome to Jen's Daily Dish. Today we're going to be making herb and garlic bubble loaf. Yum, garlic. What is a bubble loaf? A bubble loaf is the same thing as pull-apart bread and monkey bread. Basically, it's for sharing. If you don't want to share, you don't have to. Just saying. We're making it because it's filled with garlic and butter deliciousness. Yes, I have made a cheese pull-apart bread before, that golden cheese bread that I've made. This is a little bit different because it is slathered with butter and garlic. Oh, yes. Garlic inside. It's like bubble loaf vision. To make this bubble loaf, just mix all the ingredients together, wait for it to rise. Make them into little balls, slather with butter and garlic, yes. And then, that's it, you bake it. It's pretty simple. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of potato flour. I still don't have potato flour. I replaced it with potato starch in a previous recipe, but this time I'm going to use potato flakes. Because you can use a 1/4 cup of potato flakes instead, and I happen to have garlic version, which will only enhance the garlic flavor. You can too. 3½ cups all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons instant yeast, 2 tablespoons potato flour, but I'm using that 1/4 cup of instant potato flakes, garlic flavor. 3 tablespoons non-fat dry milk, 1 tablespoon sugar, 1 1/4 teaspoon salt, 4 tablespoons room temperature unsalted butter, 2/3 cup lukewarm water, 1/2 cup lukewarm milk. Put it in your mixer, blend by hand, put it in your bread machine, whatever works for you. We're going to make a soft, smooth dough. If you've liked what you've seen so far, don't forget to click the like button, that thumbs up, and subscribe. It really helps me out. I appreciate it. I let the dough knead for about 3 minutes. It's kind of a golden rule from what I've seen in most recipes. It is a nice, soft, supple dough. Just exactly what you want. You're gonna take it out and then put it in a lightly greased bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it rise for 30 to 90 minutes until it's about doubled in bulk. Time's up and the dough has risen a lot. Now we're going to separate it into 32 balls, dredge it in a butter, Italian seasoned garlic mixture, and then put it in our pan. Now, I happen to have a 9-inch 2 pan. I'm not even sure what century this one's from, but it is 9 inches. The recipe calls for a 10-inch 2 pan, but I'm planning on making sure all those lovely dough balls fit in here. So let's see how that goes. But if you have a 10-inch 2 pan, that's perfect. If you have a loaf pan, that's great. In fact, if you have any kind of pan, you can make it work. All that has to happen is those dough balls will be shoved together and make a delicious garlic knot-ish like mix. Melt 4 tablespoons of butter. Mix in 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning or pizza seasoning, which this is, or any seasoning you like. Next, for the garlic, minced garlic, you can use fresh garlic. This is the type of garlic that's in one of those jars and already minced, and I may have even added more than 2 teaspoons. Yum. Mix together. Move onto your slightly greased work surface, deflate it, and make it into 32 different balls. before you put the dough balls in, make sure that your pan has a generous amount of olive oil in the bottom. I also greased the sides of it with some of the olive oil. One ball at a time. Dip it in the mixture. Yum, yum, yum. And put it in. Do your best to get them all in one single layer, shoving them in next to each other. Cover and let it rest for another 60 to 90 minutes, and then into the oven it goes. Towards the end of the rise time, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. 60 minutes passed, and it's kind of overflowing, so I think it's time to get it in the oven. I can smell all that garlic and butter, and this is gonna be so good. Into the oven for 30 to 35 minutes until the center registers 190 degrees, and it is a nice golden brown. I cannot wait. Time's up. It's a lovely golden brown. Let's check the interior temperature. Should reach 190. It is past that. It is ready. Oh my. It kind of overflowed a little bit, but it's gonna be super delicious. So we're gonna invert it and hope this comes out. Oh my, now I know why they said to use a 10-inch pan instead of a 9-inch. All right, ooh, look at that. Look how lovely that looks. Let's flip it over onto a plate. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Look how great that looks. Inspection time. Well, it definitely puffed up outside of the actual pan that I had it in, but that's okay because I think it looks quite pretty actually. And it's a nice golden brown on top. It's fully cooked. Holy cow, can I smell the garlic and butter and a little bit of that pizza seasoning I added in? And it smells so good. So now we have to taste it. Oh, look at that. This is Bubble Loaf. It is pull-apart bread, monkey bread, whatever you want to call it. It is delicious. Or at least I'm sure it will be. It smells heavenly. I can see the butter throughout. It's a very soft dough and it's crunchy on the outside. So let's give it a taste. That is delicious. It is buttery, it is garlicky. I can even taste a hint of the pizza seasoning. This is just delicious. I could even see having a side of marinara sauce with this, or even more butter and garlic. Yes, more. If I can do this, you can too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my Instagram page at Jen's Daily Dish and More.